All right, we are live. Good evening. It's me, Righteous Fire, along with Kia,
Hello.
here for round two for tier two in Bahrain.
Yes, we are. Tonight is going to be tier two, and yesterday the tier ones had a race in Bahrain, and it was eventful. There were driver disconnects. I believe two separate safety car periods. Am I right?
Yes, we had two safety
Yeah.
cars. Yeah, couple of discons. It was fun. I mean, I had a decent race. You got a point out of it.
It. I got 2 points out of it. I had a sweltering recovery from P9 to P9 after dropping to P20 at the start of the race. I was 30 seconds to anybody, and then thankfully a safety car caught me back up to the pack. There was some unfortunate damage off the line, but that did show us that even the more skilled tier, if you would like to think of it that way, will draw out safety cars in Bahrain, because Bahrain, while it is a wide circuit, unfortunately some of the corners lend themselves to difficult battles, very tight wheel-to-wheel racing, and there is the possibility, as we saw in real life with Lance Stroll flipping, the possibility to cause some significant contact in a lot of corners. So that is something to keep in mind for the tire strategy, and I believe we have the first car engine revving to get out.
Got a McLaren coming out of there.
Two McLarens and a Ferrari.
McLaren boys, good showing from last week. Hopefully they can improve on that. And obviously Ferrari's did rather well. Ooh, these controls are there we go. Thank you, Codemasters, for funky UI. Yeah, Bahrain's it's a drive. We already see a bunch of people putting some mediums on, so I wonder how that's gonna go. I was thinking about doing the one stop myself, but the soft medium soft worked out pretty well.
Oh, really? I was actually looking to do the soft medium, and in fact, I did, but I ended up effectively doing a one stop soft to medium because I had to pit after lap one. Although the two safety cars certainly did help. I took a set of mediums from lap about 13, so it is possible to run late in the race, but you trust me, you will feel the lack of grip, and it will be difficult to fight with people around you. A soft to hard one stop is obviously the more feasible option. But it'll be interesting to see if anyone spurs, because of course it doesn't leave you flexible to changing your strategy when a safety car does appear. Because I am betting, as good as these drivers are and as capable as they've shown themselves to avoid a lot of incidents, there are always incidents.
Yeah, it's every race turn one, but people get impatient. Oh, it looks like double AA is the first on a hot lap and is already spinning out and hitting the wall. Ooh, he did slow up in the gravel, but that's unfortunate to see.
It looks like
That
the
turn
McLaren
two,
behind him.
the turn two traction got him. Looks like. Hopefully gets out of the way of both of these McLarens. Cricket Sushi, the first one up. Been improving every single race more and more and more. And I believe almost a podium.
Oh, he might have gone wide. Yep. Locks up the inside front right. The inside front right. That's unfortunate. The Haas does get out of the way. Now the double blind left-hander coming in. That is a very tight line. Doesn't leave himself a lot of room for acceleration. You can see he even drifts towards the middle of the track while he's trying to get the wheel spin under control. Coming down the second DRS straight, or the third DRS straight now. And you've got to watch out for this turn here. He's going to have to avoid putting his... Oh, yeah, he takes a wide berth from that curve. If you put your front right on that one, you're basically a goner. Now we're coming down to the final two turns. He's going to come into turn 14 and then 15, which is the last little kink. And he's going to set the first timed lap of the session. Flat out down the straight.
I don't think this is going to be too great a lap. Yeah, he's here up in the almost 128 to 127.8 with his teammate coming right behind him, setting a 4/10 faster, so not great. Probably, I don't know how much practice these guys have put in, but Bahrain's definitely one of those. I feel like you really have to kind of just relax and take it smooth, because that's what I did, and I was very impressed because I was practicing and trying to push so hard and making so many lockups and mistakes, trying to get as much speed into and out of corners. And once I just relaxed, I found half a second. Crash Panda,
Yeah, definitely.
the 127.8 as well. Lots of 128s so far. But a medium runner, Alex up there, with 127.9, so he's in a pretty decent spot, I think. And Rad
Yeah,
is
definitely.
out.
There's a. Ooh, where was that?
Looks like he crashed in the last
Turn
corner.
15. Yep. That acceleration on the curbs on the left here will definitely get you. That's why Quirk is taking a very, very cautious line. He doesn't even come close to them. And he set the time of a 1:29.0. He'll definitely want to go again.
Catch it. Yeah, it looked like he babushka'd it into the right-hand wall there. OOA with a 126.3. That's much more like it. SoCal 7/10 off his time currently. I think Alex.
Yeah, that is the first 26 time. Do you know off the top of your head what the full time was for Tier 1?
I think Gore did a 125.3, and I think Hood was like very close behind him. About the same, 125.4 for the two of them.
Double A pierces the 126s as well, 126.8. He's now 5/10 off of Uwe.
On a one lap old softs as well, even though he didn't do a hot lap on them. He did put a little extra wear on him from getting loose. And
Yeah, extra wear, extra heat, and he's going even faster in this sector. But we do have to consider that the times will start to tumble as the track evolves and gets more grip on it. The end of the session is when the track's going to be in its best condition, and that is when the ideal times, the 120. I don't know if we're going to touch the 125s. I have faith. We're 3/10 off now. As soon as some of these medium runners bolt on the set of softs, I think we could easily see a 125.
Brad said he barely even touched the wall. Yeah, those Mercedes cars are fragile. I don't know what to tell you. Car's going to be coming into the pits. Going to be pretty quiet out here on track for a little bit. Let's see. We have a.
Oh, it looks like Owe is actually running out of fuel coming into the last turn. He's revving the ever-living crap out of his engine, and he's not going to be able to get that driving again. There is a very small chance of disqualification if you go too slowly near the pit lane, but hopefully he's going fast enough to avoid that.
Evie out on a. I'm not quite sure if he's on a hot lap at the moment. He was on old tires with one of the.
Yeah, his sector was
him.
2 seconds down.
So I think that's a Bicor out on an out lap. Well, I'm going to assume it's clear weather. Unless someone tells me otherwise.
No, it is clear weather.
Double AA still out on those softs, getting some practice laps in, it looks like. I mean, they're going to give him the tires, he's going to use them.
Yeah, the danger is obviously running out of fuel somewhere in the track that strands you for a decent chunk of time, but it does not look like that will be an issue for him. I'm sure he's rationing his fuel accordingly.
Bicor coming in here to the start of Sector 2, down the DRS straight. Doesn't quite take it wide, gets a lot of lockup and understeers through this corner. Drops down into third to make that turn. That's not the best way through that. And he does lift a little bit here for this turn. If you stay off the curves, you go flat out through this section, come down into here, locking up a little bit again. You really want to use all the track to try and get as much traction. Short shift up here. See how he handles down here. Very clean. It's decent traction, a little bit of wheel spin, but
he's keeping it fairly tidy. But he's definitely not, like you said, using all of the track. He's missing apexes here and there, not going to the full extent, just not using the entire track that he's paying for. He has to he has to straighten out of that turn because he's about to spin. Tapes it really, really tight. That is a incredibly inside line. It's an incredible inside line for that corner, and just not gonna work out well for him. I imagine he's losing tons of time here.
You can hop that corner at the end there if you have it just right, but I find not doing that to be better. The 127.8 still puts him in 10th place. Not awful, but I think he's got more in the bag. And Atmosphere on another hot lap coming up to the end of his here.
And that wonderful papaya car. Gonna hit the DRS as soon as he can. No, he's a bit late on the DRS, but that's fine. Improves only by 4/10, by 4/10, but only by 1 position.
Once we see a lot more drivers getting in the 126s here, I think he's in a safe spot, but he does have enough time to come back in and really give it a good send it lap and see what he can pull out, because he's got nothing to lose at this point. I mean,
Now, I do wonder if any drivers are actually saving any of their tires, because the race allocation does not give you a spare set of softs, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. So you are bringing forward a set, right? If you choose the balanced, I think you get a medium and a hard, so you need to bring forward your own soft if you intend to use it.
I think I don't know. I haven't tried it. I mean, if you go full soft, I mean, you're gonna get 3 laps in here, so you're still gonna have an extra set at the end. But if you choose the balance set, yeah, I don't know. You definitely get that medium and hard for the race, but does it factor in the practice tires you don't use, or it's all nonsense anyway because they still have the tires in real life. It's stupid.
So in the game, it brings forward the 2 least worn sets in terms of percentages.
Here, getting some contact with one of the racing points of EV500. It looks like Sadis is on a hot lap, and I don't know if Evie didn't get out of the way or not. But coming up towards the end there, we'll have to wait and see what happened there. That was intense. Sorry.
Yeah, as I was saying, the game does bring forward your 2 least worn sets. So if you don't use a set of softs like I didn't yesterday, you get a fresh set, but that's it. So you got to be conscious about it. And I don't think anyone's going to be able to use all 4 sets unless they're like really pressed for time. So if you are choosing the balance set, you either you bring forward a set of mediums if you haven't tried them.
I waited. I don't. Traffic around here can really, because if someone is going to abandon their lap, then they're going to be right in the way of you. So I waited until everyone was finishing up their hot lap so I could take my out lap. Or I waited till everyone finished so I could take my out lap behind them, so I had a clear track as everyone went into the pits. I only got 2 laps in, but if you set clean enough laps, I think you got plenty of time to do that. More drivers in the 126s now. SoCal, one of the last guys across the line with a 126.5 up in the 3rd place. Evie had to abandon that lap. I'm not sure if that was because of the contact with Sadis or not, but
no, it doesn't look like his lap was invalidated anyway. And he is going for it again. He's got ERS in hot lap mode, and his engine is in high. You will have to improve significantly, of course. But like you said, that previous lap was probably not representative. Looks like Astro is the closest to a 125, and the next round of hot laps are going to start in just about a minute and a half, I would say. We are a minute ahead of them. They probably want to get out with about a minute left to spare, so it'll be a hot second. But it does look like Astro, OA, and SoCal are probably our best contenders to breaking that 125 barrier.
I think they got it in them. I mean, I don't know if they're going to improve by a whole second, but they could probably pull a few more tenths out with a nice run. Double AA starting another hot lap on worn tires. Everybody refusing to duck into the pits for fresh sets. I mean, you really want those tires do not last long at the beginning of the race because they're already worn from qualifying, and you get maybe 9. You can stretch 9 laps out of them if you're easy on the tires. But with the way some of these guys are driving, they're getting very loose, so they're gonna be quite worn to start that race. Looks like True Play is about to cross the line.
Oh, and AA backs out of his lap.
True Play is up. Oh, almost 5/10 up into 5th place.
Yep,
Right alongside his
very
teammate.
close to his teammate. His teammate who abandoned a lap, and I believe is gonna have to go for another one here. I do want to know how old these tires are. They seem to be 3 laps old. Or sorry, 2 laps old as they come around the corner. So that'll be effectively 3 lap old worn tires. So that's an abandoned. Is that 2 abandoned laps or just 1 abandoned lap from AA now?
That's 2. He abandoned that first one. He invalidated, so he went for it again. Vicor getting sideways through right hill up-hander, and is 4/10 up coming into this, but I think he just threw away all of that time. He might want to take a look at his setup in the future, because I don't think he has enough stability to really hold full throttle through some of these turns. Very, very loose, and yeah, he ducks into the pits. Trash Panda, another speedy boy. Usually, you really want to stay off those curbs, but he is about 1/10 up right now on his lap. Ooh, taking it real slow, coming into turns 9 and 10 here. Does keep it clean. Short shifts up, and decent traction. Doesn't sound like a lot of wheel spin. See how he handles these guys. Not using. You really want to ride these curbs on the entry to these turns to get as much speed as possible. Nice and tidy through here. And then the 4th. Decent traction. He is coming up on the back of the Mercedes of D's, who is up in 4th position right now. Hopping the curb for the second to last turn. I'm not quite sure if he's going to improve on his time here, but he is up by a 1/4 of a second.
AA put in a time that was a second and a half. Sorry, not a second and a half, a 10th second faster than his previous time, and he's about that away from the relegation zone, behind P10, where people will have to, in front of P10. From P10 onwards, you have to start on the tire you're qualifying on, of course, right? So all of these laps going into the set of tires, they're just they're really, really gonna punish him in the race, and he doesn't have time because the qualifying is over now to change his tires. It doesn't look like we had anyone qualifying mediums. I think that's reminiscent of T1 where we didn't. But everyone else who's now sending their hot laps are hoping to either improve into the top 10, or if they're towards the back of the if they're towards the back of the field, they might not want to gut to P10 or P9. They might prefer P11 or 12 just for the free choice of tire, because the medium is really strong. You do a medium to hard on this track.
Oh, for sure. Meanwhile, Alex up into provisional pole with a 126.1, as we have almost every other driver still out on hot laps, so we'll see if that maintains or if Astro can take that back from him. D's crossing the line, 2/10 up, but stays in 4th. Yeah, he's going to start that race on 3 lap old tires. I guess 3.5 if you consider the out and the in lap. He's going to have to change them pretty quick, so I'd be hoping
Astro
for
is
a
2/10 down on his time, but I don't think it matters because it is looking to be a Ferrari front row lockout. But I do not think Astro is going to be able to take the time back, or take pole position back. And Uwe is also down on his time, so he won't be able to. Looks like Alex is out of fuel, but yet to retire.
So we got a couple drivers out. Looks like no, MLG is on a invalid lap. Looks like Vicor is on a valid lap currently. He was half a second up on his previous time, which would move him up into around 11th. We'll see if he can keep it clean through here. And he is 4/10 up, coming into the last straight. Let's see if he can hold it together for just 10 more seconds.
He crosses the line at a 1:27.2, moving up into P11. I think that should be it. SoCal is an unvalidated lap. Dees is fighting with an AI. That is it.
This is your grid for Bahrain. Let's see what kind of start everyone can get off to. You want to make any safety car calls?
You know what? I'm gonna say they're probably gonna mirror us, and I want to go ahead and say 2. And I'll bet further, and I say 1 comes out of turn 1, lap 1, turn 1, and I would say the second one comes.
I'm sorry, you dropped there.
1.
Oh, we appear to be having some Discord issues. Can you hear me, Kia? Oh, Kia appears to be having connection problems. Van, I believe we had 2 safety cars last night. I could be wrong. I don't remember much of anything at the moment. But we'll wait for Kia to come back and finish his thoughts. A virtual safety car is still a safety car. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this just in case there's a problem. Alright, we will be back in just a moment. Oh, Kia is returned. Possibly. I think we might need to remake this lobby, so I'm going to check in with some folks, and we'll be back in just a moment. for anyone hanging with us real quick, we're getting the grid reset up for a new lobby, and we'll be ready in just a few minutes. So, welcome back to Chaos. The grid is set. We do have a sub-driver in. Eric will be taking AAA's spot because AAA lost all of his internet access, apparently. But Eric will be starting from the bottom, and that will bump every other driver up one position. Hopefully everybody starts on the tires that they are supposed to start on. And we'll see how this goes. Everybody's having connection issues. I'm hoping it's just a Steam issue at the moment. And I hope I turn formation lap on. We will find out. Kia, you still there?
I'm trying to be.
I think I just got the messages you sent me a while ago.
No, I sent those now. That happened to me like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, jeez.
I'm stuck on joining session.
Alright, well. Looks like we might have to, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll see what happens. Be prepared for anything. Alright, does look like formation lap is on. That is good. Looks like all the top. Well, Bicor starting on mediums in 10th place. Well, he didn't know he was getting bumped up one, so I'm gonna call that a miscommunication problem there. But I think that'll be okay.
It just told me failed to join session.
All right, well, I mean, you can watch a stream, I guess. You just tell me who you want to follow, and we'll see what happens. All right, on the formation lap here for Bahrain, a little bit behind schedule, but we are underway. Some drivers will have the benefit. Well, AAA is not going to have the benefit because he's not racing anyways, but he would have had the benefit of starting on brand new soft tires. Rad electing to start on the hards from P19. Every other driver there in the mediums. Now, Bicor is on the mediums, even though I do believe he should be on the softs. But I think that's a miscommunication problem on our part because he didn't know he was going to get a bumped up one spot. I don't think that's going to have too much of an effect on the race, though. Hopefully. All right. I don't know.
Well,
Kia will,
unfortunately, I have arranged for a replacement. Van can actually probably join the session, whereas I cannot. So I will enjoy the stream, and you can have a second commentator. Did it? Because it's still hanging on joining session. Please wait.
All right. Well, if Van can get in and he's gonna come in, then sure. Otherwise, it'll be a lot of me talking to myself. Nobody wants to hear that.
Well, that has been me for tonight. Thank you all. It was fantastic qualifying. Very interesting.
All right, Kia.
I hope there's a lot of safety cars. Good night.
Take it easy. Ah, Van, welcome to the booth. Ooh, I'm going to have to turn you up, or you are going to have to...
Yeah, that's the problem, but
I'm gonna turn
I'll
you
try
all the way
to
up
be
here.
loud as possible.
I think we'll be good there. I just turned you up. All right, the race is about to start. Drivers are lining up on the grid here. And I lost all of my UI, so that's fun.
Should be back.
There we go. And they are off. Well, the Ferrari's off to a decent start, except UA gets a much better start than Astro coming up on the outside of him. D's Grills here, right behind Astro as SoCal goes for a move on the outside, and a little bit of chaos is looks like D's and possibly Bicor got tangled up there. And a little bit of ghosting here. Some of the drivers are getting in there. One of the Renaults off to the side, MLG, trying to avoid contact with D's as we're coming through here through the second DRS zone. And Sadis with a penalty already for cutting corners, gaining one place and not giving it back there. That's gonna be put a damper on the rest of his race. And yellow flags in sector 2 already. I'm not quite sure what's happening back there. Ooh, as D's runs into one of the Renaults and then off to the side, running into Trash Panda. Chaos already ensuing here at Bahrain. Not much happening up at the front here, but this midfield is very closely packed together. And these looks like he lost an end plate there. His wing says 19% damaged. We'll just ride on board since he seems to be the center point of a lot of the action here. So he's right behind MLG. He's going to have a little bit of issue maintaining traction through some of these corners. He cuts the corner. I don't know who he was avoiding on the outside because there's no one there, but instead of ducking in behind MLG, but he's trying to go for a move here into the very last corner. Let's see if we can keep this clean. He does. MLG giving him a wide berth here.
Ooh, 3 wide. Oh, he's tapping with that Red Bull there, and that's going to be Trash Panda picking up the spot from both these and MLG here, and we're coming into turn 1 with like almost 5 cars here. Wow.
Let's see if we can get on board with one of the front runners here. We get a view behind. Yeah, a lot of these guys bunching up. They are all over each other. Bicor possibly looking for a move down the inside. D's trying to make it stick around the outside as MLG tries to maintain traction. And I don't know if it's him or me, but he seems to be a little all over the place with his steering there. Do we know if MLG is using a controller or not? D's picking up 3 seconds. Bicor going down the inside of MLG.
Yep.
Oh,
MLG
these guys are going to
be really careful here.
These guys are going to cause a safety car. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, this is a big train, and that's a atmosphere. Spun
spinning
into
out
the
of
wall.
Out of the traction zone there. It's very unfortunate after a decent result in a very well-driven race last week in Australia. And MLG having some issues there as he pulls off to the side and stops. Not quite sure, but we're going to get back on board with some of these other drivers. D's pushing very wide.
Yeah, a lot of people are pushing really hard right now, and that's Radical off now. He's fine, actually, back on track. But the gaps are starting to form.
D's and Trash Panda still fighting it out, and Bicor just right on their tail here. They're definitely going to make each other work for this. I hope they can keep it clean enough through here. Trash Panda looking for move on the outside. Not the best line through turn 2 and 3, but he does keep it clean, and he gets a run up and with his DRS on D's, looking for a move down the inside. D's giving him space. Trash Panda trying to get traction. I think these guys need a little bit of patience. They just need to wait it out, wait for the sure move. I did most of my passing myself on the pit straight because if you get that traction, you just set up for traction coming out of that, blast as much ERS as you can in that DRS zone, and you'll pull half a second by turn 1. D's getting a little run on these guys now.
Yep, those soft tires are going to be probably at their best at the moment. So D's has to get a big enough gap right now to really get an advantage over the medium runners, because all behind them is this medium right now. And wow, Bicorp's on the back of Trash Panda here. He might have the move done with I was going to say DRS. There's no DRS on the straight, but will he go for the move? Nope.
Was gaining some speed
there
at a traction or with some slipstream, but both them and Trash Panda are going to have DRS, but Bicor using all his energy.
I think Bicorp says this.
He's going for the move. Inside, not the best one. Ooh.
Oh, and they tap.
Taking a look at some position changes. Sadis and Cricket Sushi moving up 4 and 5 positions respectively, but Sadis does have that 5-second penalty. He's going to have to serve in the pits later. Dees has dropped 4 positions down, so he's trying to fight back for a little bit. Atmosphere losing out 7 positions, and True Player losing out 5 positions. Overall, MLG now at the back of the grid, losing out 6 positions. So a rough start for some of these guys. The front runners maintaining some decent intervals. No one's going to be on DRS. SoCal's sort of on the back of Astro, so he's going to be looking for some moves to get that on-track podium position.
And it's going to be Juan Sura here attacking Cricket Sushi, looking for 6th place at the moment. He has the soft tire. He will be able to get past him, but Cricket's doing an excellent job on the medium for sure. He just has to hope he can defend.
Mediums are not a bad tire around here, but with full fuel load, I don't think they can really compete with the softs, but they do have the added advantage of not getting as hot as the softs. So if you don't push too hard, you can actually come out a little ahead. So if you can make the softs stay cool, then you have an advantage, especially these guys starting on brand new soft tires. They're going to go to at least, I'd say, lap 11 for pit stops, barring any safety car concerns. Haven't had a safety car yet. Thought we were going to get one with all that kerfuffle going on, but everybody in the chat spamming ooh-ay.
Yep, he's within a second of Alex now. And True Player leaves the session.
Oh, let's hope he can join back in. Yeah, Uwe trying to make some moves, but not having the greatest time getting traction. Yeah, these guys not using those curbs to get as much time out of the track as possible. You really want to, some of these turns, you really want to straddle that candy cane and open up that turn a lot more. You can carry a lot more speed through there. Did the True Player get back in? Is that what I just saw? No, he is still ghosted.
Still ghosted.
SoCal still looking for move on Astro now. Well, it was half a second, but still within a second. He doesn't have a lot of ERS to use, down to 20%. Astro about 50%. Juan with a 3-second track extension penalty. See, now Astro is setting up these turns well, getting that first turn starting off real wide, so you can really open up, because that first turn into the second one, you really need to open that up. If you take it too shallow, you're gonna have a bad time. Astro getting a little loose, and letting Selco catch up to him. Looks like a Renault. I believe that's MLG having some issues in Sector 3. Poor guy started off in a decent position to at least gain some and possibly get some points out here, but now is having all the trouble it looks like.
Maybe retires in the pits.
Yep, now Juan almost tapping. Oh, Juan.
Oh, it's going to cost him a few positions there.
Yeah, but it did save his wing. That is thank you, Cody's. This is a great camera angle looking at the front left suspension of Juan. I'm really appreciating that. It's really telling me what's going on. Well, that moves Bicor D's up into striking distance of Cricket Sushi now.
I don't think you saw it, but Astro faking going into the pits as he's trying to defend from SoCal, but SoCal will be ahead of him. They're going to go side by side into turn 1 here. And Astro keeps it, goes wide, like you said.
SoCal looks like he totally cut that corner trying to get this move done. He'll probably
not over yet
for that.
They're going to go side by side again. Oh, big lockup. He will save it, but it's going to cost him quite a bit of time there.
They did contact each other. I'm not quite sure who was at fault there because they were fighting pretty hard. We will look for that.
And Uwe catching Alex. Only 4 attempts down, and I think he's going to wait for the next DRS after this one to maybe get him. He does have a lot of ERS compared to Alex, so he can get the move done whenever he feels like it.
Yeah, I would try and set up, like I said, nice traction out of the final turn, and just gain all of that speed on the on that very long pit straight. He isn't losing any time. Losing a couple hundredths, it looks like, but you know that's not a lot here. See what he can gain out of the final corner.
Does gain a bit, but is Alex gonna go in the pits? No, he does. He does the same thing as Astro here.
Uwe not falling for it, using that overtake, using that DRS.
Oh,
It looks like Alex is probably also using his overtake as well, because Uwe was.
They're gonna go side by side. And Uwe takes the lead for now, but Alex is going to have a chance to immediately attack him. He will get back the lead for just a bit. Let's see what Uwe can respond with into turn 4 here. He'll just sit behind him for a bit. The pressure is on, though. I'm assuming we're going to see these soft runners pit in around the 1 or 2 laps from now.
Yeah, I'd say early pit window 10, late 12. Because qualifying does put a lot of stress on them, so you're really starting at a big disadvantage.
Oh,
Uwe having to go real wide into turn 10, but keeps it together. Does set him back about half a second, and now I've lost all my times.
Yep, same.
So we will.
Cricket's actually looking in a really good position though, and so is Bicorp's on the mediums. They will probably come really close to Alex and Uwe when they pit, I think. Either just barely ahead of them or right behind them. Looking at the minimap since we don't have the time anymore. Oh, and someone crashed. That's Astro into that. I don't know what turn number it is. I think it's like turn 13. Probably hit the curb. He lost an end plate.
Yeah, he is missing his left end plate,
and someone else is off. That's Chewy. Right before that turn. Wow. Has to be careful with the rejoin here.
Chewy keeping his wing together. So I guess there are a few bugs for Codemasters to work out still. Sadis looking for a overtake on Chewy, but you know Chewy's gonna have DRS on him on this, so not really.
Oh, and that's someone else off again. That's Quark in the same spot. Wow. I don't know if actually he was off, but he was yellow flagged there. And we're seeing the pit stops happen. Ooh, hey, it stays out right now. I can't tell.
Yeah, Juan, Astro, and True Player in for the pits. Oh, and Chewy contacts the inside of Sadist.
Oh, and then right behind him, it's an Alfa Romero. I think that's Dragon Wolf. Action is definitely spicing up here.
Well, no safety cars yet, but definitely tons of contact. No DNFs, obviously, on track. We've had one in the pits with MLG.
Do you think Uwe will come out of the pits in front of Alex here? I think he's going to pit now. Let's see, does he? No, he's going to stay out another lap. I think this might be a mistake, unless he thinks his tire wear is fine and that he can still keep up the speed. He has low ERS. Let's hope this risk is worth it here. Bicorp's catching Cricket. And the gaps are starting to fill in this race. Is that Dragon Wolf really close to someone? It is. Let's see what's going on there. He's right alongside Juan. Into a dangerous corner here. He goes wide.
Yeah, looks like he got real wide through there and got loose. And Juan actually picking up a 3-second from that exchange there. So
have a little train forming here. Astro looking for a move.
Both the Mercedes right on each other. Looks like B's going for an overtake on Rad. Astro just coming through. Astro onto the hards, it looks like. Ooh, Dragon Wolf getting sideways into the gravel.
Oh, hate to see it. We'll have to be careful here as he's coming into quite a few people. Bicorp, so on the back of Cricket Sushi. Can he get the move done?
Sushi getting a little loose coming out of that turn there. Bicorp keeping it together. Gaining a little bit of time on him. Let's see if he can make it stick through this corner as well. Doesn't have a lot of overtake to use, but it's something. Cricket definitely gets a much better exit.
Uwe stays out again. But Alex is catching as he defends the inside of Trash Panda, Uwe's teammate.
Well, I'd like to check in on his tire wear, but his telemetry is not on. But we do have the medium runners are on 50%, I think, probably 40 to 50%, depending on the corner of the car and the driver you are. So those softs have got to be. I mean, you can take them if you're easy on the tires, but I don't know. Yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like an alpha. Looks like Juan.
That's Juan. Yep, into the wall. Where Radical hit in quality there.
And didn't appear to damage his wing, so he manages to get out of that one scot-free. But down in 18th position now. Bicorp still all over the back of Cricket.
Oh, and there's Chewy off again in turn 1. Yeah, we're seeing incidents popping up now. I'm surprised there's no virtual safety car or regular safety car out at the moment. Bicorp's on the back. Oh, he gets the move done. I don't know what happened to Cricket. Maybe slow exit.
Or maybe Cricket's playing the smart game so he can get DRS down the pit straight.
True.
Maybe if the guy's gonna, if the guy's a little bit faster than you, but not that much faster, maybe let him by and take that DRS.
Ooh, hey, picking up a 5-second penalty. Swaps onto a hard tire instead of the medium.
Now,
and I think, Alex will get past him.
Having said all that, Cricket Sushi lost traction out of the final couple corners there, so he lost a ton of time, but is now back within DRS range of Bicorp. Flag in sector 2 for one of the Haas's. I believe a true player having some issues with turn 10. No, I apologize. That's Eric. Well, current race leaders, not the net leaders, still fighting it out. Alex gaining a ton of time back, and Uwe not too
really
far
sure.
behind.
He lost 5 seconds on Alex because he stood out 2 extra laps. I think he should have just pitted 1 lap after he saw Alex pit. I think he would have came out in front of him. Because he was in traffic, Alex. That was the perfect time. Oh, and Bicorp's and Cricket are looking for the move, but doesn't go for it in the end. They have Alex coming by, though, so they have to defend him soon.
It was a bold move, and, I'm not going to get... I wouldn't let Alex just right by, but at the same time, I would also not let... not fight him too much. If he has the move, just let him take it, because that's not your race. Cricket definitely having some trouble gaining traction out of that final corner. Bicorp is maintaining about a three-quarter second lead on him, but Alex is gaining with every turn on those much fresher medium tires and just overall better pace. We should have DRS coming up to the next section after this. Uwe now half a second. I think Trash Pan actually slowed down. He was only a few seconds off of Alex, but now is 5 seconds off, which I think is shortening that gap.
Hopefully they're talking to each other, because Uwe needs to get past Trash Panda here. I mean, there's nothing really for Trash Panda to fight for at the moment. There's a lot of space behind and in front of them, and it's just going to slow Uwe down. There they go. Uwe gets past. But look at Alex, though. Oh, Bicorp's almost spinning out of turn 10 there. And Cricket will take the lead for now. Bicorp's, though, losing out 2 positions. Alex now close to reclaiming the lead here with a 6-second gap to Uwe.
I'll turn you down just a smidge. looks like the fight right now is up here for between the top three
there it
positions for
is.
the actual net race lead and these other guys who are probably going to drop down somewhere around, I'd say, a 7th or 8th place when they come out. Excuse me, apologies. Alright, sorry about that. Just taking care of life stuff. Bike horse staying very close to Alex. Not wanting to give anything up. Cricket has gone in for the hard, so a lot of these guys electing to just go for the one-stop. So I guess if that's the overall strategy for everyone, you might as well stick with it. I mean, the two-stop works for sure, but I think you have to be more consistent than I think some of these guys are being right now. Again, all of them very capable and have tons of skill. There's just those little things they're not doing to maintain that consistency. And I think sometimes they just get in their own heads and push way too hard. And this is something I was telling Kia earlier in qualifying is Bahrain is definitely one of those tracks I feel that I just need to relax and stay smooth. Just hit your braking points, turn in, try not to, if you have a bad corner here or there, just, don't try and push harder on the next one because that's going to bring out those mistakes. Bicor's got DRS on Alex. I don't know if he's going to go for a move right now. If I were him, I'd throw it down into lean and save some fuel unless I got a ton left on board. I'm not quite sure what he's working with here.
Yeah, you can save some ERS as well for when he pits and is near Cricket Sushi again. He's looking in a good position though right now.
Let's see what we got going on here with D's. Nope, we're not going to follow D's because I got the RPM bug. Astro on the back of Trash Panda. The DRS looking for a move, but well, nope, he's trying. Oh, the inside line of turn 1 is the better line, but you have to be there. You can't hope it works out, especially if the guy in front of you is not going to concede and is just going to stick to his line, because then you're going to lose a lot of time off the back of him. Well, the race has calmed down a little bit, so everyone's kind of spread out into their little pockets of battling. Everyone's made their initial pit stops. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers that are going to make another pit stop at least.
Highcorp's still staying out. He did lose a bit of time to Alex. I'm not sure if this was the smartest move because Cricket is going to be catching up soon, though he is fighting with these a bit. I mean, all to him if he thinks he can keep up with the mediums until lap 19 and then swap over to the softs for the last 10 laps. I would love to see that.
Yeah, he's definitely losing a lot of time there. Let's follow. We're gonna follow Cricket's because Deez still has the RPM bug. Deez has DRS on the back of Cricket. Takes a peek at a move, but doesn't make anything of it. I can hear Deez's RPM bug even though I'm not on board with him right now.
I actually don't hear it, which is weird. Thank you, Cody's. More bugs. Big lock up at Cricket there. He's still unable to make a move out of it. He is on. Older hard as he will lose out 2 spots. Atmosphere coming right behind him doesn't get past him. Oh, but he taps into the back of Astro there, and Astro spins again, this time due to Atmosphere hitting him. I don't know what caused it the first time, though, but he'll definitely not be happy that he just spun twice in 15 seconds.
getting RPM bugs for a lot of these drivers out here.
I heard pressing the pause menu and then alt-tabbing and then alt-tabbing back in might fix it. But I never actually tried that. It's been a while since I've been spectating F1 here.
Does not appear to have fixed it.
Dang it.
He's going down the inside of Cricket Sushi. Looks like he gets quite a dive on him and makes it stick for now, but I think Cricket's still looking for a move, even though Dees has a DRS. Kind of opened it up kind of late there. I don't know if he thought he was going to get it or not. But Cricket definitely making him work for this position. Ooh, this is not a good place for you guys to do this.
Oh yeah. Definitely got to be careful
Cricket
in
backs
here.
off, makes a smart move. You know, you got a couple DRS zones coming up that you can get him back.
Michael's still staying out, so I think he is going to wait until lap 19 and then swap over to the soft tire.
Those tires have to be screaming at him.
Yeah, when I last night, I think my tires ended around 70% on my front left, so he probably is definitely feeling that there. Especially on the last turn, I was losing a lot of time here. Astra retires in the pits. Let's see, is he going to pit yet? Nope, I think he's going to stay out. At least one more lap here.
Oh, why is he retiring? Just because he's down so far?
Maybe he could be tilted off the double spin.
Yeah. Well,
One on the back EV here.
Sorry to see him go.
Yeah.
A little battle for 11th. Both of these guys sitting with some penalties. Looks like Juan's got 6 and Evie only with 3. So Juan's really got to get by him and make some moves. But I don't think it's going to be too fruitful. So he does have other drivers in front of him that are true play at least going to pit. Wait. Yeah, he's pitting right now. As Juan gets by Evie and moves up into P10, he's going to have to clear at least 3 seconds and then some, and hope he doesn't get any, not hope, but definitely not get any more penalties. Or hope that Evie gets some more to maintain that P10. Uwe now on Bicor. Bicor with probably the world's most abused medium tires.
I'm not sure if I agree with the mediums on lap 18.
Yeah. And Bicor staying out.
Yeah, he would have to pit this lap for the softs, which is going to be a big advantage for him, I think. Cricket still fighting with these this whole time, ever since he came out of the pit, so it's definitely not helping. And who's that pitching right now? It's SoCal coming into the pits. I think he's putting on the mediums again. Maybe everyone used all their soft tires in quali, I don't know. But when Cricket going on the inside, he has a lot of speed coming into turn 1. Wow. But these will keep it for now.
Sushi again in a very good position. He's continually opening up that DRS very late. I don't know if that's him or another game bug, and I'm just seeing it late. But Cricket making him work for it. If I were Cricket, I'd... Oh, and Dees gets loose. I was about to say I'd wait for him to make a mistake and capitalize, but there we go. Cricket now up into P4. Cricket is going to have to pit and should actually come out.
Yeah,
right around Cricket Sushi again.
I think he will for sure. 22 seconds is enough. Now the question is, can they make up the time to catch Uwe and Alex? And actually he's staying out again. Wow, has he even pitted yet? I don't think, he hasn't pitted yet. Bike course, wow. Yep. Saving those tires really well, I guess.
Or, did he start on those?
He had to, yeah, because it's at 19 laps now.
Ooh, SoCal. Looks like he was trying to drift it through the final turn there.
Yeah. These will get past him.
Barely, it looks like.
Yeah, I think you'll have the chance to reclaim it on the outside here of turn 1. We've seen a lot of people do that tonight, and these defending hard there. They're going to go side by side still. They got to be careful here. D's onto the outside, almost, lost it there. Hit a little bit of sand.
Oh, come on, game.
You can see Cricket slowly catching Bicorpse. Bicorpse hopefully pits this lap. And actually, that's someone off. Oh, that's Bicorpse! He's
Yep,
off!
he is falling back. Those worn tires finally did him in.
Does he have a puncture or something? Because he's going really slow. And I'm getting a really bad camera angle, so I can't really tell.
Yeah, I can't tell either. He is going extraordinarily slow.
Yeah, he does. It's a puncture on the right or back left there, and that is the risk he took. He should have pitted last lap. I don't know why he thought 20 laps would be enough, but that's really unfortunate there. Hopefully he can learn from
handed
this.
Podium to Cricket.
Yep.
Well, Cricket, if you're out there listening, keep your head down.
Yep. Don't worry about SoCal. I mean, he is on the fresh mediums, but you know, Cricket's been doing an excellent job in this race so far.
After pitting, I believe Trash Panda pit must have had damage, but he is now in a fight for 10th with Trueplaya and Eevee. Trash Panda did pick up a 5 second for speeding in the pit lane when he went for that pit stop. Eevee with 3 seconds still, Trueplayer with none, so Trueplayer will inherit that position just simply by being close enough. The Trash Panda is going to have to try and get by these guys and clear 8 seconds.
There's a battle for 10th place right now against Trueplayer
Trash
and
Panda
Eevee.
goes off wide in turn 1. Oh, that was unfortunate. Trueplayer going for a move on Eevee 500. And they pit straight and is just flying by him as Eevee doesn't have any energy to spare.
That's him. Oh, this hurts.
Yep. Battle for 9th. Now, who do we lose? Atmosphere as Pit onto soft tires. Down to P14. He's going to have some work to do to get back up there. Although he does have a couple drivers in front with a decent amount of penalties. Icor picking up 3 seconds and Trash Panda with 8. It says 3 on the screen, but he does have that 5 second from speeding in the pit lane. And Juan, of course, still on 6, and Eevee with 3, so it's possible to do. I think I gained 3 or 4 spots after going on a softs at the end of the race. A couple laps, one or two laps before the Atmosphere did, but it's definitely doable.
I'm wondering here because Bicorp swapped to the hard. Even with the quality like softs that you used for 1 or 2 laps, it's probably worth it to swap over in the last few laps here. I'm really confused on Bicorp's decisions this race.
Or at least medium tires.
He couldn't do medium because he started on the medium.
Oh, valid point. Valid point. Yeah, well, he wouldn't have worn tires because we reset for qualifying, right? So he would have fresh softs.
So that's even more confusing.
Maybe he didn't check.
Yeah. That really sucks to see.
Trash Panda into the pits again. I think he's going for most pit stops in a race record.
As he retires in the pit. SoCal though catching Cricket. Cricket will have to defend for his life for this podium here. But 4th place would still not be bad for Cricket. I think he'd be happy with either, as long as he doesn't spin and lose 4th. It's only 13 seconds behind those two. And you got D's on this fresh sauce, 13 seconds behind Satis. D's might be going for fastest lap, I think. I can't tell what the fastest lap is. How do I maneuver this menu here?
Trueplayer has the fastest lap with a 130.4, so it's definitely doable as Chewy retires.
Chewy, that's on track. Is that going to be a safety car? Late safety car drama? Let's see. Someone's really slow. Quirk, but he's purposely going slow. I thought there was
nope, safety car. Safety car is out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't see it. It's like not on my screen.
Nope, it is out. And Eric gets a drive-through for speeding under the safety car.
Wow.
Wow.
Add another bug to the book there. I can't see the safety car, but it's okay. We have Satis pitting into the softs. Good choice by him. He has a lot of time. We'll only probably lose one position to D's. Yep, he will.
Did Eric get another drive-through?
And we have late drama here. This could be, yeah, here comes Bicorpse into the pits. He will be able to correct his mistake of switching into the hards, hopefully, and puts on the softs. He may be able to redeem himself here.
Oh, we lost you for a second there, Van. You having some connection problems?
Oh,
No, we just had a little...
I don't know.
Lost you while you were talking.
But I did redeem himself here.
Yeah, Alex in the pit for softs. Ua following him in. We got a racing point going into the pits as well. I think if you're SoCal... I don't know. If you're SoCal... If you're Cricket Sushi, I think you have to. Because you have plenty of time between you and the car behind you. You're going to come out at least in third or fourth position anyway, so...
I think SoCal should have done that too. There's still a lot of time. I mean, you're not going to lose anything. And now he's just going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of soft runners here. So he has to be really confident that those mediums will have enough speed. It'll be interesting to see his thought process on that later on. True player staying out on the mediums as well. So is Juan. And I think would meet Shield Pit. Not sure. Though he is close to the points there.
So now the next question is, when does the safety car restart actually happen?
I think because it can only come out, or it can't come out after last free lap, so it'll come in probably next lap or at lap 26 at most. So these cars need to hurry up and catch up. Because looking at the distance everyone is, I think it'll give at least 2 more laps at most. But after that, it doesn't matter. Because the last 3 laps, I think it'll just go in. Because I don't think you can end the race on a safety car in this game.
I don't know.
That can happen in real life though, right? I'm pretty sure.
Not quite sure how Formula One handles it.
Could have sworn we had a discussion one time. And here in the general chat in ARC. I'm not sure, but yep, I think we'll definitely just see this lap and he'll probably go in.
Yeah, maybe someone can chime in and let me know. Did the race this weekend end under safety car? I didn't watch it from this weekend.
Did it? Because I didn't watch.
Spoiler alert. Wow. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so it did end under safety car.
Oh wow,
this
so this weekend it did.
Yeah, I don't know if the game does that. I mean, the game does whatever it wants sometimes, so who knows?
I don't.
That free Wi-Fi is killing you right now.
I don't think the game, but I mean, almost meat shield, way far back there. Is it? I'm really sorry.
No, it's just dropping you in Discord every once in a while. You be in the middle of a sentence and it'll go "ma" and then just silence. Well, as we wait for the restart, let's see how Alex handles it and how Ue reacts to it. Yeah, I think SoCal's not in a good spot. I think Cricket's going to take that back from him. And Deez is definitely going to make both of them work for it.
I think we'll definitely see an increase in incidents in the last 2 laps here because everyone's going to be pushing super hard on those softs.
I think the top 4 might get away. Maybe the top 3. But yeah, there's gonna be something.
I mean, Bycourse will be desperate for top 2. He's sitting in 12th right now. And there also is penalties to, I guess, to consider. But I don't know who has that many. I only see the flag.
Dees has 6 seconds. Sadist has 3. Juan has 6. Atmosphere has 3. Evie has 3. Bicor has 3. Meat Shield has 3. And these are only on-track penalties. These are not accounting for unserved 5 seconds or anything else. And I believe someone... sorry, I can't remember it. I know it just happened, but someone has a drive-through.
Do they?
Yeah. I want to say it's Eric, but I couldn't tell you 100%.
Well, he just pitted apparently because he has 1. Oh wait, yeah, you can't serve it in the safety cars.
Yep.
So
If it is Eric, he's just kind of done. If it's anyone else, then
what I'm finding interesting is Eric's in the middle of a true player and Satis. So wonder how that's going to work out. Luckily, there is ghosting in the tier 2.
Blue flags immediately. And hopefully these looks like they should be coming in. I hope.
Yeah, it'll definitely come in the slap. Everyone's here.
Turn off this tire interval. Let's get a position change real quick. Cricket has gained 7 positions in the race. Sadist up 3. Rad up 9 into the points. So some guys at least getting something out of this so far.
But this said true player got the fast lap. What? What's going on?
He already has it.
That's weird. Just
Yeah,
gave it to me. All right, here they go. Alex will be leading. Last 3 laps. Who can win it?
Ooh, and Evie gets a 5-second for a severe collision with Rad, whatever that means. Don't know who ran into who.
Here they go. Alex is going to be on their way here. It's going to be green in just a second. And
Alex
look at
has
those
taken
2.
off, and Ua is right on the back of him. The rest of them kind of caught up there in the last turn. SoCal only a couple seconds behind him. Cricket still in good position as well, but Dees and Sadist right on the back of him. Sadist going for a deep dive into turn 1, cutting the corner. Good thing ghosting is enabled.
Oh,
and then
no.
I believe that is
Drake and Wolf spinning.
One of the back markers ghosted. Luckily, did not cause any havoc for anybody else. Dees with Sadist right on his back and pushing a little wide there into that turn, so not doing himself any favors. Ooh, a half a second off the back of Alex. They will get DRS for the very final lap here. Cricket within a second of SoCal as well, so really in a good position to make those soft tires work for him to get that P3 for him as they contend with a racing point in the middle of them, but it is ghosted, so not too much of a problem there. We're right on board with not Cricket. We're right on board with SoCal because Cricket now is the RPM bug. Cricket staying on the back of him thanks to those fresh soft tires. SoCal's going to have to really mind his traction zones here to get as much as possible. Now all of them should have plenty of energy. Cricket has almost 90%, and SoCal about 60%. Alex in the fastest lap with a 128.1. Cricket gaining slowly on SoCal right now, not pushing too hard. No DRS yet. They will have it at the beginning of the next lap, which is the final lap coming up here. And now Uwe and Alex have put 5 seconds away from SoCal and the rest of the field. We'll get some position changes there between Bicor and Rad. Rad now down to 11th. Bicor gets past him, but unserved penalties from everyone might change that at the end. SoCal still keeping it nice and clean. but Cricket Sushi within 3/10 right on the back of him.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time before Cricket gets past him here. And Cricket will want to get past him because there's a huge train behind him. It's waiting for one mistake.
Yep, and Cricket coming down into the middle straight. Just trying to take up as much of that slipstream, not pushing anything too hard. Cricket still with a very high amount of ERS. If I were him, I would use all of it on the next lap. Just make that thing work. Use all of it coming here on this final the pit straight before you hit that line, so it resets the usage, and just use as much as you possibly can to clear yourself away from SoCal.
Oh, and lock up by SoCal there. He'll give a few attempts to Cricket, I think. Nope.
Now, no DRS on the pit straight right now, as SoCal has exhausted most of his ERS. Cricket Sushi not gaining too fast on him, but still within half a second. If he can keep it nice and clean, he's already looking to remove through turns 2 and 3, but he will get DRS here as he opens it up. Looks like he's playing it smart, biding his time. He knows that he's got one more DRS straight and one more very long straight to make something work for him.
Yeah, and he's catching a lot now. He's getting good corner exit speeds on SoCal here. Oh, but he taps him. And that's going to cost the position now.
Well, I mean, he got the position, but you hate to see it that way. SoCal's now going to have a DRS on him.
He actually did. Yeah, he got it somehow. And yeah, he's going to retake the podium position, but they're still going side by side. It's now or ever for that podium here. And actually, Dees could potentially sneak up, and he does sneak up behind him. He gets past Cricket. Oh no.
Well, Dees does have those positions, and he is blocking Cricket Sushi like
Yeah,
crazy. Cricket Sushi bumped into the back of him here. Cricket Sushi will take that position back from Dees because of penalties, but now he has lost his opportunity for P3 because of this.
Alex wins, and I think this will... Yep, SoCal will take the podium position. And, yeah, that won't matter because he has penalty. And Cricket puts up 4th, Satis 5th. Dees is dropping down the order there.
Yep, Dees plenty of rad serving in on a 5-second, but still maintains P10. Meat Shield still has a long ways to go before he crosses the line, but wow. Alex, your winner of the Bahrain Grand Prix here for Tier 2. Very well driven and really got the jump on Uwe there, but unfortunately the battle to watch was not them. It was for 3rd place.
Who would you say is driver today?
Well, it's tough.
I would say Cricket. I mean, he gained 7 positions. He was fighting for a podium. I mean, he did have a little incident at the last lap there, but I still think finishing 4th for him is a good move. And he would be my contender for driver today.
No penalties. Well driven. Well, it looks like Rad got driver of the day. No. You know what? I'm gonna agree with you there. Very well driven. Another consistent performance, P4 here in Bahrain. And yeah, just got a little unlucky there right at the end of the last lap with Dees getting in the middle of them. So I'm sure that there might be a report there coming because that looked a little cheeky. As we get the champagne spray down from Alex and Uwe. The race results. 4 DNFs. Most of them, I believe, retirements due to frustration or screw-it-itis. So, gonna run through the incidents real quick.
Just want to shout out all the drivers in both Tier 1 and Tier 2. It's been a full grid for 2 weeks in a row. Let's keep it up. Our best season so far, honestly, in ARC.
Yep, this was a well-done race. We're gonna give Cricket Sushi the driver of the day. Let's move now and see if anybody wants to talk after that. let's just yank Alex in real quick. If I can figure out how to do this. There we go. Mr. Alex,
Yes,
you're a race winner. Congratulations.
thank you.
That was an interesting one.
It was. Honestly, I feel lucky right now. Because mid-race, I took a decision to try to do soft medium and not pit again. And like lap 22, I was like, well, that's not gonna work. Next lap, safety car came out. I was like, yes, thank you, God, thank you. It really saved my ass.
Hey, it looked like you got quite a good jump on a UA there at the very end.
Yeah, I was waiting the last moment to get back out to put down the power.
Your
Try to.
teammate, not having such a good lap. You know, what was going on there?
He was actually having a game lag. He was having like, I don't know, like sometimes it would just like freeze in his screen and come back, so he would always just like crash. So he just decided to let go.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, congratulations. I believe you got the fastest lap as well.
Yeah, I got it after the safety car ended.
So, second win in a row, second fastest lap in a row. So,
We're looking for a pretty good season right now.
yep. And
If only Astro was still in the race, we could have a lot of points today.
yeah, it's very unfortunate. He's a decent driver, but you know, we're having all sorts of game issues today. It looks like so.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear it.
It happens. But yeah, really happy with the results.
Well, thanks. We're going to pull in UA real quick.
All right.
Have a nice one.
You too.
Mr. UA.
Oh, hello?
Hello.
Am I in the interview?
You are. Welcome.
Hello?
Another P2. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Another P2. Well-driven race. I mean, biggest thing I think that kind of stands out for me is looks like Alex really got the jump there on you at the end of the safety car. But anything else stand out for you in the rest of the race that maybe could have gone better?
Yeah, so like towards the end, before the safety car, I think I was catching up to Alex pretty hard, because his medium was dying. And then the safety car comes at the perfect time for him. But other than that, after the safety car ended, my brakes were kind of cold, so I overshot the hairpin and the turn before that like twice. And couldn't catch up to Alex.
Well, P2 definitely nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Like your teammate was having a little trouble throughout the race. I think he pit like 4 times.
Yeah, apparently he had brake issues, but I'm not sure. I still have to talk to him about that. Yeah, he's been getting unlucky, but hopefully it gets better over time.
Van, you got anything?
Nope.
Okay then. All right, man. Well, congrats on P2, and you know, hopefully we can see you beating Alex next week. I don't know how good you guys are at, what is it, China? Is that where we're going?
Yeah. I don't know how good I am there, but I'll see after doing a couple laps in time trial.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull in. SoCal's gone, but I'm gonna pull in Cricket. Mr. Sushi.
Hello.
Hello. So close. So close.
Oh my goodness. I was yelling obscenities, but not at SoCal, but at myself because I just couldn't pull it through. But what an incredible battle! I hope you guys liked it because I
Well,
was sweating it.
It was the battle to watch there at the end. You had a lot of energy on SoCal. You definitely had the tires on him. He was using everything he had to keep you away from him. And then you tapped him a little bit, which obviously gave you the position. But then I think that incident also allowed Dees to get right on the back of you guys. And I think he kind of got in the way of your potential P3 there.
You know,
What happened?
I was surprised. Well, more importantly, like why I gave him the love tap. I was really surprised my wing was showing 0-0 on SimHub because I thought, well, there goes 25%. This is over. And I really didn't notice D's that much until turn 11. Is
Yeah.
when I was like, oh crap, D's is here, and also I'm fighting for a podium. I know D's has penalties. Thank you, Codemasters, for that addition. So I'm not gonna fight D's to the grave, but SoCal's like, this is it. And then I took turn 11 bad, and then turn 12, I mean, you have to let out. So
Yeah, and D's just he came out of nowhere. It looked like, and really kind of got in the way there. I was waiting for you to just use as much of the ERS as you possibly had there at the end, because obviously you don't know how much SoCal had, but he didn't have any left. And I think that if you would have just used everything in the bag, you probably could have pulled that out. So it's unfortunate to see, but another P4.
yeah,
Very good,
you know,
consistent. We you are driver of the day, so you get nothing for that,
ah,
other than a congratulations.
well, I'll tell you what, I'll take it because I've been ARC for long enough now. F25 tier 3. Yeah, I got consolidated to 2, but hey, it is what it is. And just to be competitive on a track that I think P15 last season. So extremely happy with the performance, especially after the kind of abysmal qualifying. So, I'll take it. And, thanks guys for commentating this as always. And, love being a part of it.
Yep. Well driven.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. I think that'll do it for us this evening. Thanks for coming along, Dan, and filling
Anytime.
in last second. Um, sorry to anyone that's still watching about any of the technical issues earlier. We're just dealing with Steam/F1 issues. Nothing we can do about it, but I'm sure there's going to be some grumpiness in some of the channels later about connection issues and all sorts of other things. But next week, Sunday and Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern in China for Tier 1 and Tier 2. And then
Don't forget to come in a Saturday for ACC.
Yep, I think we're back to the actual championship for ACC. There was a sort of exhibition race this past weekend. I don't know how many people showed up to that. I did not go.
No one, clearly.
But
It was really disappointing.
Is it at Zandvoort?
No, it's at Nürburgring.
Nürburgring. That's right. Zandvoort's later. Nürburgring's a good track too. Yes, ACC's always a good time. All right, I've been me.
Goodbye.
You've been you. Good night.